beautiful church. Church of St. Edburger.
Leigh Court Barn, an outstanding display of medieval carpentry. This mighty timber-framed barn is the largest cruck structure in Britain. Built for Pershore Abbey in the early 14th century, it is 46 metres long, which is 150 feet, with 18 cruck blades, each made from a single oak tree.
The engine house. I wonder what it was an engine house for. It's very well kept here. So we're right beside the church, and you just walk in through a gate over there. There's a side gate you can't actually quite see, so if the main gates are closed, you're walking through the side gate this way to Leigh Court Barn. Some gorgeous houses. There's a clue to the barn. This looks like a bell tower. I really need to be educated as to what that actually is, but it's in the farm that's next door. That was nearly a failure. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
So don't use that door. It's dark in here.
It is. I'll just keep it open.
Can't read them.
You haven't got your glasses on.
Too many words for me. A lovely millstone at the other end. It's an impressive size, considering it's 600 to 700 years old. It's in great condition. Don't think it will meet modern insulation standards.
So each of those is an oak tree.
So this barn was built in the early years of the 14th century. It was used to store produce from estate farms of Pershore Abbey, Worcestershire. Much of this would have been cereal brought in and stacked in sheaves to be threshed by hand as required for flour and seed. So the barn is of cruck construction and amongst the earliest buildings to use this technique, yet is also the largest to survive in Britain. The barn may originally have had a roof cover of shingles, tiles and thatch. Its walls were filled with woven wattles. Very few of these remain. For much of the infill it's been changed to brick or weatherboarding. It's possible that the cladding's been renewed, little by little, several times in the barn's life. The wagon porches on the south side are original features, but the corresponding doorways on the north are latter insertions. Okay, so the crucks are the main pairs of sloping ribs with the characteristic elbows near the base. So you got, I'm guessing that means that's pairs of sloped ribs with catastrophic. Oh, okay, so with elbows towards the base,
yep.
Or just here, so
yep.
you straight down there, then vertical.
A collar and two curved braces link the blades to form a truss. Okay.
So that would be there.
There are 9 of these within the building and modified ones at the ends. The trusses are linked to form the basic frame using horizontal timbers, purlins and wall plates, held rigid with sloping wind braces. The skeleton is completed with rafters and wall frames. Covering the whole construction is a weatherproof cladding of tiles for the roof and infill panels to the wall frame. Wow.
So let's try and find them.
Person up there.
So here we go. So this is the structure we just looked at. Okay, so there's 9 of those in here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
2 sides, 18 trees.
I can't believe the age of it.
No, it's amazing.
I like these events, I don't know whether you call them that, each a set of 4.
Because sometimes you see that type of structure on dovecots for the birds to go in and out.
So I'm wondering if they've placed this here, this grindstone, because this is what they said was stored here and they would grind it. But this is a storage, I can't see that they would grind anything here. I wonder how heavy that is. It's going to be a big and heavy millstone, isn't it? I say, it's the way the light comes in makes it almost green.
1882. Wow. Oh wow. So that's how it worked. Cider making.
Is that what it's for?
That's what it's saying.
So this would have been the apple squasher.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not the technical term for it. So they've had a donkey or something strapped to that, wouldn't they, which would have pulled it around.
Horse-drawn driven mills, like the one here, generally date from the 18th century. These are severe stones.
Oh yeah?
Animal would go round.
So it said it's horse, not donkey. I suppose either one would work, wouldn't it? With its cider barrel. And you got the remains there of the cider press as well.
And these, look how these stones are so that the barrels are supported.
But the age of this beam, you can still see some of the bark on it. That's just terrific. Just look at this door though. It's extremely weathered. Nice field of sheep. Just notice the chimneys on the house next door. They are lovely. The old cobble pathway as well.
Look at this coming out. How old is that?
Well, if you think in terms of this building, it said early part of the 14th century, so it's early 1300s. So the building's going to be 700 or so years old. Yeah. How old must the trees have been to be the size it needed to be?
I hadn't thought of that.
So some of this wood is going to be well over 1,000 years old. Not as old, but still very nice.
And the blossom on the trees behind.
So what's this place called? I can't remember.
Leigh something or other.
Welcome to Leigh something or other.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. Hang on, I have.
I can't remember.
Leigh Court Barn.
Ah.
Leigh or Leigh.
I don't know whether it be Leigh or Leigh. It could be either one, but Leigh Court Barn probably sounds better. I would imagine it's Leigh Court Barn. Or Leigh Court Barn.